Hey everyone, I thought I'd do something a bit different for this week's video. This is going to be a very unscripted what's in my camera bag video. So this is basically just going to be focused on camera stuff. I'm not going to go through my lighting bag because that's just a whole other bag. So I guess first things first, this is I can't even remember the name of it. This is a Lower Pro Runner 450 AW. This is a massive bag. I'll just put it, you can kind of see. So this isn't the kind of bag you would be carrying around with you everywhere. This is the kind of bag you'd just take to set and just dump it so you can get all your stuff out and yeah, go from there. I'm still using Sony A7 IIIs. I'm actually filming this video on one of them, so that's why I've got a blank space here. But the other one is in here. This one pretty much lives without a cage because I tend to shoot stills as well. So I like to have one that isn't in a cage. And then I've also got this one that I'm filming on now that pretty much lives in its cage, and so I can rig that up when I need to for video stuff. It's also handy to have this one as well as a B camera because I can just set this one up on my gimbal as well if I need it, and the other one can live on a tripod. Both lenses, or both cameras should I say, are using the Tamron 28-75. I obviously went for this one because it's a lot cheaper than the G Master 24-70. And in my opinion, it still does a really decent job. You'd be hard pressed to tell the difference unless you're really pixel peeping, I think. Yeah, they're fantastic lenses. So I've got the exact same one that lives on this one and on my A camera. The only other lens I carry in this kit is a Sony 35 1.8. This also isn't the G Master one. This is the nice little one. I don't use this a lot, if I'm honest. It's a fantastic lens, but because of the focal range of the zoom lens, the Tamron, I often don't find myself needing to go down to 1.8. But it's nice to have, and using it for photography as well. It's a great lens. In that little section where that lens is, I also have just a spare quick release plate, and I've also been keeping the Spyder Cube in here. I did a review of the Spyder range of products recently, actually, so you can check out that video if you want to. This is a really interesting bit of kit because you can obviously use it to check your exposure, white balance, and all that jazz. And this paired with the color checkers, I found I use it more for photography, but I just like having it in here. It doesn't take up much room, and it's pretty cool. So that's what lives in this main middle section. Down the side is where I keep most of the rigging sort of stuff for when I'm building up my A camera and just throwing stuff on the floor. So in this side, we've got the Tilter mini matte box. This is a handy little thing to have because it fits standard sort of size of slide-in filter, and you can also use obviously an optical screw-in filter on your lens as well. So if you need to double it that way, it's useful. But it's a shame you can't really have more than one slide-in one. Other things we've got on this side is my rigging up gear for when I'm shooting handheld. So this is just a standard small rig top handle. What else have I got in this little bit? This is an FX Lion mini V-mount plate. This just fits right onto my small rig cage, and it's nice and small, and I really love it. Just a standard 3-pin adapter for my audio gear if needed. In here I've got a bunch of dummy batteries that I use. You can tell I've re-recorded this bit because they're all in there, just thrown in there. What else have I got in there? And just a Rosetta handle I really like this one. It's got a nice, good, solid grip to it. And when shooting handheld, this is usually on my right side, this one. And yeah, it's really nice. So with these dummy batteries, one goes into the A7 III obviously, and the other one goes into the small HD monitor, which is here. Oh gosh. You can see how grubby this thing is. So I've been using this small HD focus. This is a 5-inch one. So I've been using this monitor for a few years now, and it's really nice. I've been thinking about upgrading to a slightly larger one, maybe the 7-inch, but I'll probably still stick with small HD. I might go for the touch version, not sure yet. So we'll see. I've got a fair bit of audio kit in here. I'm actually using one of the Rode wireless Go's on me now, but the rest of it's in here, so I'll just go through that quickly. So my main audio interface is the Zoom, what is this, the H1? I can't remember now. So my main audio interface is the Zoom H6. This is a brilliant little bit of kit. You've got your 4 input channels, and it's just a step up if you've used something similar like the Zoom H4n or something like that. Hasn't got 32-bit float like the H6. I can't remember what that one's called, but it's still a fantastic device. And paired with that, or I guess along with that, I keep an extra H1n as just another handy audio recorder to have. I can either just place this somewhere or attach a lav to it, which is really useful to have if I'm not using my Rode wireless Go's. And last but not least, on this side we have just a Rode Video Mic Pro, I think this one is, I can't remember, or the Pro Plus, but it's got that new sort of mount. And I don't often use on-camera mics anymore, if I'm honest. It is nice to use for, like, you know, scratch audio, but I often find I just don't use it, and I use, you know, Foley or something else instead. But it's great to have if I do need it. It's a solid microphone, and then I've just got a cable for it in there as well. And on this side, I've just got a standard XLR cable. It's a fairly short one, if I'm honest. I could probably use a longer one in here. And that goes with, that's just a dead cat for my boom mic. This is the Rode NTG3. Oh gosh, sorry, that's a squeak. There's some WD-40 on there. Yeah, the Rode NTG3. This is my normal sort of talking head microphone that I use, and honestly, it's probably one of the best microphones I've ever used. It sounds fantastic. It's a lot bassier than some of the other Rode ones I've used in the past, but I quite like that personally. Oh gosh, that is very squeaky. And it comes in this nice hard case, which is awesome. And so I've got the dead cat and just the other shield in here as well. And in with this one, as I mentioned, I've got the Rode Wireless Go 2 kit. I've just got the, obviously, just the one receiver in here at the minute. And I quite like these. They're, oh gosh, I don't use them all too often because they keep, well, for me anyway, they keep tipping up. But I found using them outside with talent, they work quite well. I have noticed in some places there is a little bit of interference, but that might be on my part. I've probably done something wrong in the settings, because I know you can play it within the app, and sometimes I just forget to do that if I'm if I'm in a rush. But when it does work, we'll find out for this video, when it does work, it sounds pretty decent, and you can get some really good results from it. Last up in this little pocket in the main section, we have the V-mount battery I was on about, the FX Lion Nano 1. Now this is probably one of the smallest V-mount batteries I've ever used, but it's fantastic. It will keep you going all day shooting 4K stuff, and as I mentioned, it fits on nicely onto that nice little V-mount plate. Once I've got it all rigged up, I'll probably put some pictures here of when I rig up my A7 III, and yeah, I could probably do with another one in this kit actually, if I'm honest, but this one for now keeps me going for most all-day jobs. If I was shooting something over multiple days, I could probably take two, and it would save me needing to charge things. I've actually used this to power my MacBook Pro as well, which is really handy because it comes with USB-C connections. It comes with standard USB, USB-C, micro USB, and it also comes with DTAP. And yeah, I definitely recommend this if you're looking for a V-mount battery. So that's it for all the main compartment. It also comes with all these little pockets and bits and pieces. So I'm probably going to have to, how am I going to do this? I'll do it like this. In this little one here, we've just got charging leads, always need leads. I carry a few filters with me. So one of them is the Tiffin Black Pro Mist, which is quite popular at the moment. This is the quarter strength one, which I've been trying out, and I'll probably get the 1/8, which is slightly less strong. The only other filter I carry in here is obviously the essential variable neutral density filter. This is just another Tiffin one, and this is pretty much if you haven't got built-in NDs, you kind of need it. If I do upgrade my camera, I think I'll go with a slightly bigger camera body, maybe the FX6 or something like that, something that has built-in NDs, because I've kind of been looking for that for a while now. All that else is in this section. I've just got a couple of mini white balance cards. I don't really use these ones because they're a bit too small, but it's just handy to have them in here. They don't take up any room. And then just a few step-up rings. In this bit, I just have various charging cables and things like that. I don't carry any chargers with me in this actual case, but I for things like the Rode wireless goes and anything else that sort of needs a USB cable, I just tend to keep them in here. Memory cards, obviously good to have. I've only got a few in here. This is just mainly SanDisk ones. These mostly go up to just 32 gigs. I've got a couple of 128 gigs in here. But to be honest, I've got two 128 gig cards that live in both cameras. And for the most part, they stay in there unless I'm offloading. And rarely do I need to put in additional cards. A few extra Sony batteries. Got about, well, there's only 3 in here at the moment, but obviously one's in this camera, one's in the other one. I think, how many have I got in total? I can't remember. I think I've got 6 in total. But again, being honest, I don't even think I'd need this many, but just from using the 5D for years, I always like carrying extra batteries because you never know. But in these new, well, it's not really new, I suppose, now, this Sony, in these A7 IIIs, this battery lasts for a good few hours shooting 4K, and if I was just filming bits and pieces, it would last all day. Last up in this bit, in here is a few extra step-up rings for the Tiffin matte box, and that is it for the internal section, the fun stuff, I suppose. Last up, we've got the little extra stuff, but I don't really have much in here that's camera exciting. MacBook charger. Well, I keep the color checker chart, just in case. I tend to use this one more for photo stuff, if I'm honest. And I also have, which side is it? I can never remember. In this last little case, it's got a space for your laptop if you need it. I just keep my MacBook in here. But I also keep the color checker chart from X-Rite, which is sort of my go-to one at the moment for chart things. May as well do this now, I suppose. Where's that reflection? Ta-da! Yeah, and I'm always a big advocate for using a color checker, because if you've got them, you may as well use them. So that's basically it for what's actually in my camera bag. I might do another one of these for what's in my lighting bag, because that's obviously completely different, and it's mainly more grip than lighting, I suppose, because I've only really got 2 lights in there, but it'll probably be useful to go through at some point. And this video is a bit different from my channel, I suppose. So you'll have to let me know what you think. It's very sort of off the cuff and without a script. Usually my videos are a lot more scripted, and this one, my thoughts are sort of flowing all over the place. So you'll have to let me know how it goes, and I'll have to see how it goes anyway. And hopefully this Rode Wireless Go sounds all right in here. I realise this is the new office, so it's still a bit echoey. I haven't got sort of any sound paneling in here. But anyway, I thought it was worth testing and just going through my camera bag, because I thought it may be interesting to someone. I hope you found it useful. And if you'd like to see more videos on cinematography and filmmaking in general, you can subscribe here or watch one of these other videos that's in a playlist or one that's recommended best for you. I'll see you next time. Take care.